So it's been kind of a up and down weekend so far, and actually Shib is in fact having a green weekend. This is a great sign, and I have to say that Shib is doing something right now that gives us a lot of promise moving forward. I do want to kind of do an overall gauge on the market here and give everybody some context heading into the early part of the week. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So yes, Shib is actually higher than yesterday's open, which is a great sign. So this has been an overall green weekend for Shiba Inu. Great green week here as well. And you know, 2 out of the last 3 weeks have in fact been green for Shiba Inu. I will say that, you know, we're still stuck below all of our weekly moving averages. So I'm waiting for the moment that we can finally start to make a bigger break there. But, you know, this is a great spot to be. You know, we're seeing meme coins liven up just a little bit. We've actually climbed to $66.37 billion in meme coin market cap totality, $9.89 billion in daily trading volume. That's a great sign. And actually, there have been some other coins that have been just popping off. Pudgy Penguin's having a great week here. Meme Core just kind of came out of nowhere, up 867% over the last week. Mog up 82%, just to give you guys some context of everything around the space. And this usually happens before we actually see a true meme coin season. And then we see a lot of that capital matriculate around the space. If you guys remember back in early 2024, February into March, we saw this exact same thing happen. That was right before Shiba Inu popped off and did some incredible things. And I'll say structurally right now, Shiba Inu is looking very good. In fact, we look back at this Wyckoff accumulation, guys, we're in the LPS phase. All right. Right now, a lot of things are in this LPS phase and building for the SOS, meaning that we could be talking about 40165 Shiba Inu sometime very soon, 401 up to 40118 even before our potential breakout and extension. And, you know, we obviously need a lot of this momentum to really continue. We need retail excitement to be high. I will say I just did take a look, and what we saw in terms of app downloads, almost lost my train of thought, is that right now retail's still downloading crypto apps. Robinhood did fall out of the top 200, but Coinbase is still 180 right now. So those are actually really, really good signs. What I will say here too is that on a fundamental level, Shiba Inu is continuing to make up some ground here too. We saw whale accumulation yesterday after a day of unloading. So they've been net positive over the last 3 or 4 days or so, which is great. Holders on the rise, hitting a new all-time high of 1,522,500, we'll call it, because we're probably going to see even more accumulation as the week goes on. And now we have a week ahead that could be very positive for the crypto market. We're talking about introduction of regulation into Congress. We have obviously the Genius Act. We have the Clarity Act. We have discussions around some other stuff as well. We talk about so many things, I forget most of it. We have a PPI report, a CPI report. So we could actually get a little bit of wind in our sails again as we progress into the week. BTC dominance doing the exact breakdown we were talking about and hoping for. USDT dominance showing signs that retail is still trying to push money back into the market, but we're not anywhere near those USDT dominance lows of back here in, you know, our early part of December. So we have a lot of fuel left for this rally. And then the big thing we're obviously hoping for in the market is adoption. We got to trigger adoption. That is where Shib performs its best. That's where Shib can truly make some extensions here. Not saying that's going to happen this week, next week, whenever. We never know what is exactly going to be the trigger that causes people to flock into the crypto market. But these heightened levels of optics are going to be a big deal. They are things that can, in fact, make us make these extensions. Okay. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm really hoping that we just kind of have a quiet weekend. I want BTC to finish somewhere around 118K. And the reason why is I don't want a CME gap to open, because then obviously we're probably going to have some retracement in the early part of the week. But this is a great spot to be. We obviously have a long way to go to get to the highs of December, a long way to go to get to the highs of March. And we still have some highs, a long way to go to get to those highs of obviously the prior all-time high. But, you know, we've seen enough things that are positive for Shib. Again, holders rising, whales building positions, exchange supply being removed at insane rates. This is exactly where we want to be. And now we just need to go. So appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.